due to the U.S. policy of reciprocal tariffs. It has also had a huge impact on the market. What should we do with the people we trade? A tariff storm has swept the world. Big A also ushered in Black Monday after the Qingming festival. The market closed with more than 5,000 listed companies in the red. The three major stock indexes also fell more than 7%. At this moment, we are witnessing history in the face of such a decline. Being in the middle of it, can we conclude something? Lessons learned and how to deal with them? First, extremes are always there. In the past few days, everyone must have swiped the news that many people have lost money. Big losses in the stock market, liquidation in the futures market. Suffered huge losses before the profit of the more. Then a wave of market profits was all lost. When we stand on the milestones of history, once again, witness the occurrence of a historical moment. Went through it all. Always remember that as long as you're trading long enough, extreme markets like this are bound to happen more than once. If you want to survive in the market, that is the rules of your trading system for developing strategies. Such extreme situations should always be taken into account. Second, use upline and downline to evaluate your own capabilities. There are a lot of traders who are very different about the market movements, especially the futures market, because leverage trading is heavier than your own position. There is a gap in the price after the opening. Some stop losses are not filled because of gaps. There are a lot of people who have insufficient margin, liquidation, and forced liquidation. In this case, if now you describe a trader, in the previous 2 years, the account multiplied 4 to 5 times. Then today, due to this wave of movement in the market, the account is liquidated. So how do you evaluate the ability of this trader? Is it strong or poor? You say that the ability is poor, and he was able to multiply so many times before. You said that you have a strong ability to encounter such a market trend. But the liquidation is all back to zero, and there are even liabilities. Actually, just using one dimension is. It is not possible to assess a person's abilities. But with the upper and lower dimensions on it, ability to see a trader's ability range. Being able to multiply 4 to 5 times indicates that the upper limit of ability is high. Now the special situation liquidation indicates that the lower limit of the trading method is low. Usually, they take a lot of risks to make a profit. What is needed for such a trader is to raise the lower limit. It's the same for us, of course, to keep our own lower limits. Then go and develop your own ceiling. Third, trade the long-term view. I believe that many people have encountered such a situation for the first time. I don't know what to do, and I don't know if it will go up or down tomorrow. What should I do with my positions? Is it to cut the meat now or to buy it in? What should I do if there is a callback? All these questions are pondered by themselves. But I just can't figure out what to do. Because this is the first time you've encountered this kind of video. Each of us is trading our own views on the market. These views are further divided into temporary and long-term perspectives. No prior experience. It's just that I want to analyze the results later based on the information of the moment. It's all about trading your own temporary views. Only the same situation has been experienced multiple times in the past. And based on these experiences, we have summarized how to deal with them. To be able to form a valuable long-term perspective. Making trades is only about trading valuable long-term perspectives. It is the guarantee of profitability. If you're still thinking about the previous questions, it means that you are completely incapable of dealing with the next situation now. You are trading your own ad hoc views. And a temporary view will not bring you stable profits. Making or losing money depends more on your luck. Fourth, the hierarchy of trading strategies. When we're trading, there is also the issue of the trading strategy level. It's about knowing what money you're making in the market. What is the premise for your strategy to be profitable? In a previous video, I talked about the 3 levels of trading. Everyone knows that supply and demand affect prices. Oversupplied prices fall, demand exceeds supply, prices rise. So supply and demand are a level, and supply and demand are one level higher. Due to the constraints of the total amount of resources and demand, there will be a cyclical change in the cycle of supply and demand. This is another level. It takes time to move up to the next level due to changes in supply and demand. In other words, in a very short period of time, the supply and demand of the market are relatively stable. Trading at this time is actually about earning the spread. The market volatility caused by the mutual game of speculative funds. After the hierarchy is divided, know what level of trading you're doing, and whether the premise still exists. If you are playing a game of short and medium-term funds, then he actually has a hidden big premise. It is an environment where supply and demand are stable. But this is something that many people actually ignore. But the state of the market like this. Is it an environment where supply and demand are stable? A policy of reciprocal tariffs has fallen in global markets. Then on April 9th, another news of a postponement of tariff increases. Even Trump posted a message on social platforms in advance. Tell everyone that now is a good time to buy his company's stock. After the announcement of the postponement of tariffs, the market ushered in another rise. Then you think about it. What are the main factors that affect the rise and fall of the market now? In the current state of the market, short-term trading is the hidden big front. Does the need to provide stability still exist? If this premise is not in the short term, what should be done for short-term trading? To sum up, we are all witnessing history. But moments like this happen all the time. So when we form the rules of the trading system, all take into account the appearance of black swans. It is used to protect against extreme situations. Your own lower limit will not be very low. Then when I was at a loss in the face of my own confused market. At this time, the views on the market are a temporary view that is completely outside of one's own ability. Profit and loss can only be achieved by luck. If you want to make a profit in the long run, you can't rely on these inspirations. It's about a valuable long-term perspective in the execution of their own strategy. It's important to know the premise of your strategy. If you don't mention it at the moment, the benefits of the strategy will also be greatly reduced.